Joining us now, one of the best tight ends in the game, the Niners, George Kittle. George, thank you so much for being with us this morning. I hope you and your family are doing well. And don't hate me on this, but I got to go right back to the Super Bowl. Obviously a heartbreaker.
Oh, okay.
What happened to you guys in the fourth quarter?
I mean, it's football. We just didn't take advantage of the opportunities that were in front of us, and they made more plays than we did. That's just a kudos to them. They're players. They had a great team. That's why they won the Super Bowl.
George, thank you for being on the show. When we look at you guys right now, obviously you lost Emmanuel Sanders. He ended up going to the New Orleans Saints, and because of that,
Yep.
you got a lot of people like Max and others that consider the New Orleans Saints the favorites in the NFC this upcoming season. When you look at you guys, the fact that you were in the Super Bowl last year, but of course Emmanuel Sanders is gone. How do you view you guys? Do you still think you're the best in the NFC? Do you think it's an upward climb? What's your mentality right now?
I think every season is an upfield climb. You got to go out there. You got to win every single game, every single week against really good competition. It's unfortunate we couldn't bring back Emmanuel and DeForest. I'm happy for them. They deserve both contracts. They played really well all year. But I think we still have a very fantastic team. That's a kudos to John Lynch. Coach Shanahan. Bringing guys to the team. We got Nick Bosa still on the edge, and I'm pretty sure he's one of the best D linemen in the NFL. So I'm not really too worried about it.
Best all-around tight end in the game. I think you got to say not one of the best, but the best when you consider everything a tight end has to do. George, could you instead of going to the Super Bowl, I want to go to that game against the Saints, where Jimmy G and you hooked up for what turned out to be a game-saving play, and that game determined home field, which may have had an impact on getting to the Super Bowl. Can you take me inside that play? Are you aware of everything that's on the line in the moment? All those things. Can you take me inside that play?
Yeah, you're aware of it, but if you think about it, it's a lot of pressure, I guess. But you don't really have to worry about it. You just got to go out there and execute. It's a play that we have installed almost every single week. It's just an option route. Jimmy said the ball was coming to me, so I just said, hey, okay, I'm going to win. And, it was actually funny. The whole week we ran that play twice in practice, and I messed it up twice. I took the wrong angle both times. We didn't complete the pass and called it anyways on 4th and 2, and I fortunately got it done. But, yeah, it was a big play, and it did lead to home field advantage. But, you don't really think of that in the moment. You just go out there and you play football and execute.
The way it went down when you're taking those guys for a ride, are you thinking like, boy, this is something people are going to remember? This is one of those like beast quake plays, or when I was a kid, Mark Bavaro against the Niners. Are you thinking that like, boy, they're going to be talking about this one?
I will, not going to lie, like halfway through that, I thought of doing the Marshawn Lynch jumping into the end zone. I thought about that for a second, but I didn't make it to the end zone. I wish I would have. That could have been fun.
George, what do you have to say to the people that hate on your quarterback, Jimmy G, say he's not a franchise guy, he's a game manager, and you can't win a Super Bowl with him at the helm?
That's wild. You guys can say what you want to say about Jimmy G. I think he has like 25 wins as a starter. Super Bowl year after his ACL tear. Fantastic leader. He had a pancake in that Vikings game, on a linebacker. That was pretty impressive. But I'm pretty sure he's also the best quarterback on third down all season last year. So, he makes plays. He gets guys the ball that need him. And he's a fantastic quarterback. He's the reason we got to the Super Bowl, and we don't get there without him. You saw what happened. We went 4-12 without him, and we go 13-3 with him. So he's a pretty damn good quarterback, in my opinion.
Well, first of all, if Molly is going to sit up there and allude to people like myself, George, let me be very clear and make my point directly, all right? I happen to believe that Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy G, can play. He is not a scrub, okay? But my position is you think about 4 levels of people before you even get to Jimmy G, and that's rare when you look at a franchise quarterback. You think about y'all secondary. You think about your defensive line. You think about you, who I've got top 2 tight end in football with you and Travis Kelce. And last but not least, you think about the play calling of Kyle Shanahan. I'm not even saying that Jimmy G can't play. I would never disrespect a brother like that. What I am saying is when you are a franchise quarterback, you're usually thought of first first, but in San Francisco, you think about all of those elements before you get to Jimmy G. That is my position. What do you say to that?
How is that his fault? It's not his fault. He's on a good team with really good football players
fault.
and a great head
It's
coach.
not his fault.
Yeah. But he got us to the Super Bowl, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not his fault. He has Nick Bosa. He has 5 first-round D linemen. He has Richard Sherman in the secondary. I mean, that's not his fault. He goes out there and he performs week in, week out. Like I said, leads the league in third down percentage. He makes throws. He won us 2 games versus Arizona. He won us the Rams game at the end of the game. He won a shootout with Drew Brees, who in my opinion is one of the best quarterbacks to do it. I mean, he shows up every single week. Yeah, hey, guys have bad plays. I've had my fair share of bad plays, and his are just viewed more because he's a quarterback. He's the franchise quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers, so people see that more. Hey, and he deals with it. You know, he doesn't shy away from, criticism. He goes in. He had a great, conversation after the Super Bowl. He was great with the media. He doesn't shy away. He's a leader, through and through, and he's a leader of this football team.
Yeah. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.